Hello everyone and welcome back to my US Diary official YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Liam Spencer's brain cancer verity will be exposed as Finn Finnegan forces Grace Buckingham to come clean. Grace averring to Finn that they can keep this between them. Finn will supposedly know the real story by also, so he'll be floored over Grace asking him to cover for her. That's not going to work for Finn, who'll make Grace come with him to the Spencer manse so she can make a full concession to Liam. Hope Logan will be there as well when Finn shows up with Grace and pushes her to tell Liam the verity about his brain cancer. It sounds like Grace will unmask about faking Liam's excrescence and duping Bill Spencer out of $1 million. Grace may suppose she has good reasons if she was under a mountain of debt and facing serious pitfalls, but what she did to Liam and his favored Bones was still wrong. Lee Finnegan will push slow Luna Nozawa to hold on. As Lee continues to watch over Luna, she'll promise she won't let this be the end of her. Eric Forrester will give Ridge Forrester updates on the ring he saw Nick Marone holding. After Eric delivers the brewing offer news, Ridge will fight to find Brooke Logan and stop this engagement. Brooke, she'll end up in a precarious position on the reverse of Nick's boat. It looks like Nick will get rather reckless while steering it, so Brooke seems poised to go flying into the water and start flailing around. Logan! Ridge shouts as he spots Brooke in the daily exercise videotape just before disaster strikes. Ridge go into idle mode and dive right in for Brooke's sake soon enough. Ridge's deliverance charge is coming up. Hope Logan will blast Grace Buckingham for scamming Liam Spencer. Hope's going to rage over Grace faking Liam's excrescence and altering his meds. Grace into a horrible corner as Finn Finnegan eventually realizes what she's been hiding. Although Grace will scramble to keep effects between them, Finn will refuse to cover for her. It looks like Finn will gather enough information to discover that Liam's inoperable brain mass no way really was. Once Finn confronts Grace, she'll eventually make an admission of guilt and slip the whole unattractive story. Grace may confess that due to debts she owes, maybe because of Dr. Reese Buckingham's history miscalculations, she had to come up with some cash presto. All signs point to Grace using reviews from another case to make Liam believe he'd a fatal brain excrescence. Grace supposedly gave Liam drug that would trick him into allowing his excrescence was getting worse. Now Finn's going to take Grace with him to Bill's manse and demand that she confess all this to Liam, too. Hope will be visiting Liam when Finn and Grace arrive, so she'll have a front row seat to Grace's shocking interpretation of events. Although Grace may be repentant and offer plenitude of defenses, none of them will be good enough for Hope. Hope's going to unleash her fury over Grace's crooked manipulation. Hope may ask what kind of person makes a man, and those closest to him suppose he's dying, especially a croaker who's pledged to do no detriment. Grace may contend that Liam was no way in any real peril, but Hope may differ since she put him through that dummy procedure when he was recovering from a projectile crack. Liam surely didn't need to be leaving the sanitarium and putting his recovery at threat. It was all completely gratuitous since Liam didn't have a brain excrescence that demanded to be removed at all. Hope will want to address the atrocity of making Liam believe he was going to leave two grieving little girls behind. Hope and Steffi Forrester were formerly allowing about what they were going to tell Beth Spencer and Kelly Spencer about their dying pater. Hope will remain relieved that Liam isn't actually facing a grim fate. She'll put Grace on full blast for this agony of a scheme and the suffering it's caused. That goes for Hope, Steffi, Liam and now Bill, who just paid $1 million for nothing. Eric rushed to Brooke's room and advised her not to let Nick take advantage of her vulnerability, but she left to meet Nick anyway. Once Brooke and Nick connected via textbook about the position, she awaited for him and recalled better days in Italy with Ridge. Brooke snapped back to the present. She was surprised to see Ridge had set up her. Katie Logan dropped by the Forrester manse looking for Donna Logan Forrester and set up Taylor rather. Taylor prognosticated that Brooke could come home engaged to Nick. Katie easily felt that was wishful thinking. Bridget Forrester came to Finn's office, where he verified he still hadn't been suitable to get in touch with Grace about Liam Spencer's strange surgery news. Still, Finn was determined to speak with Grace moment and got his chance when he spotted her walking by. After Finn called out to Grace, she reluctantly entered and suggested she'd been super busy. Finn and Bridget had questions about Liam's miraculous procedure. Grace kept facts vague and acted like she didn't have time to offer updates. Grace eventually pushed Finn to trust her and left in a hurry. In Liam's sanitarium room, the nanny tells Hope and Steffi she has to check his vitals, but not before prompting him to wake up and open his eyes. The nanny tells him he may be suitable to hear also and that his vitals are stable. She leaves and Steffi and Hope go over Bill being the reason Liam is there. Bridget joins Hope and Steffi. She wanted to check on Liam herself. They all hope he'll wake over soon. Steffi says they love him so much. Bridget learns Kelly and Beth don't know anything. Steffi says they see ain't lose him. Grace comes by and wants to examine Liam herself. She urges Steffi and Hope to go join the others. Bill tells Ridge and Taylor he wants to see his son. He has no defenses. Getting Luna out of captivity was stupid and he'll remorse it for the rest of his life. He just hopes losing his son won't be his discipline. I've to see my son. Ridge harangues that Liam shouldn't wake up and see Bill, the man who unleashed Luna on the world. Taylor tells Bill that he's not alone. Steffi and Hope are with him. Raging, Bill smothers that he wouldn't be kept from his son. Ridge follows him as he storms off. Brooke appears and Taylor tells her Liam was shot by Luna. Ridge shoves Bill and tells him that Liam was shot because of him. He hollers at him to do the right thing for his son for formerly. Ridge tells Bill that Liam nearly failed because of him. He's part of their family too, however, he'll rip him to shreds if his granddaughter loses her daddy. Bill says he would end half that there'll be nothing left of him. Ridge harangues about Bill being arrogant and allowing the rules don't apply to him. He has no moral compass. His family knows he's not able of love and respect. He'll always choose himself and that's why he'll end up alone. He tells him to go be alone. Liam doesn't need him or his interpretation of guilt. Bill allowed. He'd a read on the situation with Luna. Ridge asks how he could trust a person who killed 2 people in cold blood and smiled about it. He accuses Bill of not minding what happened. Bill shakes his head. There's no reason for what he's done. Ridge tells him there's nothing he can do, perhaps supplicate that Liam makes it. However, Billy boy, this guilt is going to eat you alive if he doesn't. Brooke learns from Taylor that Luna is dead and gasps, "Oh my God." Taylor says Liam saved Steffi's life. Hope and Steffi join them and modernize them on Liam. Ridge and Bill reappear, and Hope asks Bill what he's still doing there. Bill's there for his son. Hope tells him he's in that sanitarium bed due to his sick preoccupation with Luna. She wants him to leave. Bill wouldn't leave his son. Hope harangues that he wouldn't gain their sympathy. He doesn't earn it, especially from Liam, not when he's dealing with a brain excrescence. Bill grunts, "What?" Hope reveals that Liam has been floundering with cancer this entire time. Bill learns Liam didn't tell him about his condition, and Steffi snarks that he presumably would have told him to man up and get over it. Bill rails, "What are you talking about? This cannot be true." Hope tells him indeed if Liam survives the firing, the excrescence is inoperable. Bill rolls. She digests the news that Luna failed in recovery despite Lee and Bridget doing everything they could. Finn urges her to concentrate on her own recovery. Effects could have been a lot worse. Lee enters and asks to speak to Finn intimately. They leave and Deacon tells Sheila he's sorry. He knows she wanted to help Luna in some way. Sheila knows her granddaughter hurt people she loves. She just would end here and now she's gone. Sheila feels like a piece of her failed with her. Sheila tells Deacon she wanted to believe Luna could turn her life around. Deacon says Sheila saved Steffi's life. He's so proud of her for defending Finn's woman. Lee asks Finn to be honest with her about Luna. How do you really feel about your son's death? She promises not to judge. You do and have to pretend that this isn't complicated. Finn agrees it's complicated, he's just trying to reuse all of it. Her life was wasted. It was full of unhappiness and trauma. His sprat grew up like that, so how could he not feel commodity? On the other hand, his woman could be dead. The study of her being close to Hayes makes him sick. And Liam Lee urges her son to let Luna go. Deputy Chief Baker enters and tells them that Luna pulled a gun on the schoolteacher at the academy too. However, she's going back to captivity and no way getting out if she survives. Finn says she's dead. Bridget frets about him not waking up yet. Grace knows this is a particular matter for her. Go be with your family. Formerly alone, Grace leans over Liam and says, "We see ain't lose you, Liam. We see ain't lose you." She seems frantic or stressed out. Bill struggles to comprehend that Liam has brain cancer and kept it from him. Hope says, "Do you really need to ask why?" Bill says he'd do everything in his power to save his son, he knows that. Steffi says he's selfish and only cares about himself, that's why Liam didn't tell him. Bill argues that's not true. He'd lay down his life for his boys. Hope complains that he made Liam feel he wasn't good enough. Bill cries that they just had an amazing discussion together. "My son isn't going to die." Steffi says he'd more supplicate that he doesn't. If she has to tell her son her father's gone because of his selfish asininity, he wouldn't have to lay down his life. Just also, Bridget and Finn appear, all smiles. Dr. Buckingham just let them know that Liam is starting to respond. Steffi and Hope rush off. Taylor leverages Ridge, and Brooke shoots a look at Bill. Grace tells Steffi, Hope and Finn that he's responding to stimulants. Steffi and Hope maintain with him to wake up and he cracks open his eyes. They rush to his side as he tries to concentrate on their faces. "Hey!" he croaks. Hope and Steffi are suffused with relief. "Thank God you're back."